A tangled web of Kristen and Brady reunite to shield Rachel in the days of our lives. Shooting mystery. The question on everyone's lips: did Rachel shoot her uncle, E.J. DiMera? As whispers of guilt and deception swirl, Kristen and Brady, once torn apart by their tumultuous past, have reunited with a singular purpose: to protect their daughter and help her escape the consequences of a fateful night. This is a tale of loyalty, sacrifice, and the lengths to which parents will go to shield their child from a world that judges too harshly. The drama unfolded on a seemingly joyous occasion, Rachel's birthday celebration at the DiMera mansion. Balloons floated above, and presents were piled high, but an undercurrent of tension pulsed through the room. E.J. DiMera, the charismatic yet polarizing patriarch, arrived to join the festivities, a decision that seemed to delight Rachel. Her insistence that he stay, her wide-eyed pleas, struck some as odd for a child her age. But those who know Rachel understand she's no ordinary girl. With a sharp mind and a heart shaped by the chaos of her parents' lives, Rachel carries a complexity that belies her years. Months ago, a spoiler leaked from the set of Days of Our Lives hinted at a shocking twist. Rachel, in a moment of impulsive chaos, picked up a gun left carelessly by her cousin Johnny DiMera and fired the shot that left E.J. wounded. The gun, later discovered by Roman Brady tucked haphazardly into a potted plant outside the mansion, raised eyebrows. Johnny, a young man with a good head on his shoulders, would never be so reckless, would he? To discard a loaded weapon in such a cavalier manner seemed out of character. But for a child like Rachel, brilliant yet impulsive, the act made a haunting kind of sense. A kid wouldn't think to wipe fingerprints or hide evidence like a seasoned criminal. They'd act on instinct, and Rachel's instincts are as unpredictable as the Salem winds. Rachel's telltale signs of guilt that night: as the birthday candles flickered, Rachel's behavior began to betray her unease. While other children might have torn into their gifts with glee, Rachel faked a yawn, claiming exhaustion. "I can wait until morning to open the rest," she said, her voice tinged with a forced calm that didn't fool her parents. What child walks away from unopened presents? Her retreat to her room felt less like fatigue and more like an escape from the weight of watchful eyes. Later, as Kristen and E.J. argued in the mansion's opulent parlor, their voices rising, Kristen's frustration boiled over. In a fit of anger, she smashed a tea tray, sending a plate crashing to the floor. The sharp sound echoed through the house, a trigger for Rachel's fragile state. Moments later, Rachel came running downstairs, her small frame trembling as she threw herself into Kristen's arms. "I had a nightmare," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Gunshots. I heard gunshots." Kristen, ever the fierce protector, folded her daughter close, soothing her with gentle words. She explained the broken plate as an accident, but the look in Rachel's eyes told a different story. Nightmares about gunshots aren't the stuff of typical childhood dreams. They're the echoes of a guilty conscience, a mind replaying a moment too heavy to bear. Rachel's joy at EJ's presence, her eagerness to keep him close, now seemed laced with guilt. Was she overcompensating, trying to atone for a sin she couldn't confess? Kristen and Brady, a united front. Kristen and Brady, despite their fractured history, have always shared an unbreakable bond when it comes to Rachel. Kristen, with her cunning and criminal past, knows the art of deception all too well. Brady, a recovering addict who's fought his own demons, understands the weight of mistakes made in the heat of the moment. Together, they've become a united front, their love for Rachel forging a partnership that transcends their romantic entanglements. As whispers of Rachel's involvement in the shooting grow louder, they've closed ranks, determined to shield her from the fallout. EJ, still nursing his wounds, remains convinced that Johnny is the culprit. His suspicions also flicker toward Kristen, whose volatile nature makes her an easy target. But if Kristen discovers that Rachel pulled the trigger, her maternal instincts will kick into overdrive. She's no stranger to bending the truth or weaving a web of lies to protect those she loves. The thought of her daughter facing scrutiny, or worse, legal consequences, is unthinkable. Brady, too, is ready to stand by Rachel, his heart aching at the thought of her carrying such a burden. Together, they're prepared to rewrite the narrative, to point fingers elsewhere, to do whatever it takes to keep Rachel safe. A family's fragile bonds. The dynamics of this fractured family add layers to the unfolding drama. Kristen and Brady's co-parenting has always been a delicate dance, marked by moments of tenderness and flare-ups of old wounds. Yet, in this crisis, they've found a new rhythm. Late-night conversations about Rachel's well-being have brought them closer, their shared mission reigniting a spark that never fully died. Could this reunion, born of necessity, evolve into something more? For now, their focus remains on Rachel, but the chemistry between them simmers, a reminder of the passion that once defined their love. Rachel, meanwhile, is a study in contrasts. She's not a malicious child, but she's inherited her parents' intensity. Growing up in the shadow of Kristen's schemes and Brady's struggles has left its mark. Her nightmares, her evasions, her desperate need for EJ's approval, they all point to a girl wrestling with a secret too big for her small shoulders. If she did shoot EJ, it wasn't out of malice but a fleeting, childish impulse, a moment where curiosity or fear overpowered reason. The gun, left behind by Johnny, was a temptation too potent for a child to resist. And now, the consequences threaten to engulf her. The road ahead. As the mystery deepens, Salem's residents are left to ponder the truth. Did Rachel shoot EJ, or does she know who did? Is she protecting someone else, or is she the one in need of protection? The DiMera mansion, with its gilded halls and hidden corners, holds the answers, but they won't come easily. Kristen and Brady's determination to safeguard Rachel will be tested, their alliance pushed to its limits. They'll face accusations, doubts, and the ever-present specter of their own past mistakes. But for Rachel, they'll fight with everything they have. In the days to come, Days of Our Lives promises more twists, more revelations, and more heart-wrenching moments. Kristen and Brady's reunion, forged in the fire of their daughter's crisis, is a testament to the power of parental love. They'll navigate this storm together, shielding Rachel from the consequences of a night that changed everything. And as they do, they'll remind us all that in Salem, where secrets are currency and loyalty is everything, the truth is never as simple as it seems. Thanks for watching, goodbye.